What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Rage Traders NRL Supercoach podcast. Wolfie here. Hope you're doing absolutely amazing. And as you can see, not a bad week for myself. Not the greatest, but not the worst at all. Ranked in the top 7% for the week. 1,514 points, putting myself to 10,812 in my rank. 1,432 spots I've gone up. So pretty happy with that. Just a lot of big scores this week, and we have to contend with that. As you know, a lot of people are just having really good teams and it's hard to climb back a bit, but we're still in a good position in terms of trying to get to my goal, which is about top 5, top 6K for this season. We'll see how we go. A bit of an overview into my team. Very happy with Ryan Couchman and Xavier Willison, 85 and 89 there. Holding on to them has been a good decision. The big letdowns for me, obviously Mark Nawaqanitawaze. I'm not going to put Reece Walsh in that category. Tamari Martin was very low with a 37 as well. But we'll get into everything into the wrap-ups for each game. And most importantly, just talking about what's the next moves for us, with everyone likely having very limited trades. To me, no boost left, 4 trades in the bag, and nothing left on top of that, to be honest. It's just, do we just sit tight now? Do we do a cheeky trade and go for a bit more points? I think me dodging the Hudson Young and Dylan Lucas injury has been very fortuitous. A lot of people got very unlucky there because they were two great and astonishing picks, but that's how the cookie crumbles. So let's get into the wrap up. Let's start with the Parramatta Eels versus the Panthers. And honestly, the Panthers did not look amazing here. I don't even know how Cleary got to 116. It was insane. I think his halftime score was 28, and I thought I was completely shot. But props to myself because I captained someone straight off the bat on a Thursday. Even though he wasn't the highest score of the round, I'm happy with my decision, and I'm glad I went with my gut. As I always tell you, go with your gut. If it happens, you'll feel great, and if it doesn't work out, look, at least you went with your gut. 93 points to Liam Martin, but we won't read into that too much. The biggest super coaching, I guess, talks of this team, mostly another 3 or 4 players besides Cleary, who's the obvious one. It's Casey McLean, it's Thomas Jenkins, it's Alamotti, and Brian To'o, in my opinion. For me, Jenkins 51, it is what it is. You know what I mean? You think they're going to come out and absolutely dominate the Eels, and they don't. So shout out to the Eels, who there's some teams that are really low this season coming out and just playing random footy games where they actually look quite impressive at times. Brian To'o 61 and Casey McLean tops that sort of center wing pairings with a 70. If you have McLean and Jenkins, it's okay. Take it to the bank, move on to the next one. But Supercoach wise here, I'm not really focusing on anyone else bar that. I'd say you'd mostly have majority of your Panthers players set up now. So if you do, sit tight with them. They'll have one of those explosive games where you completely rake in points and you'll be happy with them being in your team. Jack Williams, 123. Absolutely massive work from him. I listed him as a pod a while ago. This is over 5 weeks ago. He's finally returning for owners, and he's just a plug away sort of player. He'll get you your 60 to 65, but when some attacking stats show, this is when you see these type of scores, and he top scores for the match with 123 in a 6-point loss. So good on Jack Williams. Mitch Moses 89, but you won't be going there this season, and you're not going anywhere else with the Parramatta Eels at all at the minute. So we're going to leave them out of it and move to the next game, which is the Roosters versus the Newcastle Knights, 23-22 to the Roosters. And can you believe it? So many injury news here. Daniel Tupou, he's out with a shoulder injury, unsure when he is back. The biggest news here is Dylan Lucas and Dylan Brown. Dylan Lucas gone for the rest of the season. I think Dylan Brown is out for about 4 to 5 weeks. So this is huge news for the Newcastle Knights and massive impact to their team, their output. The likes of Greg Marju will take a hit if Kalen Ponga still remains to be out as well. A good effort from the Knights in this one. The Roosters haven't been playing their best of footy, but they're scraping away with wins. Mark Nawaqanitawaze in this one, 21 points. What's going on there, bro? Daniel Tupou is injured and scored 7 less points than you. That is disrespectful in so many ways. Top scoring for the Roosters, traded him in this week. Very happy with it, is James Tedesco. He gets a hat trick in this one. Absolutely huge. And for those of you that are on Nat Butcher who just wanted that plug away 80-minute player, he gets an 80 in this. So that should be, it is a 1 ppm per minute. It's huge work. Sam Walker, a 79, but the likes of Jaden Campbell, Nicho Hines, and Cleary, you're not doing anything to get Sam Walker in your team. Robert Toya, 68. That's nice to see. I think he's a vocal point for the attack. You actually are seeing them go left a bit more. So Billy Smith gets a nice 63 in this one. He's been in great form, and in my opinion, a nice little pod if you wanted to look at it, and if you had the balls to do it, in my opinion. Nothing much else here to talk about from the Roosters. Going back to the Knights, Marju, he could be someone you look at fading now if Ponga stays out for a bit. But if you don't have the trace to do so, keep him in your team. You'll just have to have him sit there, play him when you need, an extra number, if so. Bradman Best and Marju, they're still going to hold that left side. The big talk is, who is... Look, Francis Manulelua, 111. You're not going to see that every day of the week. But now with Lucas gone, it's just going to be so tough. They've just lost, two major players for the team. It's a very unfortunate end to the season and a very strong season for them. So Supercoach-wise, I think they will take a bit of a hit. But if they can continue to score points, it will just be... That's all you really want. You don't want them to start turning into, a West Tigers where they're not scoring points and just getting pumped. And I don't see that happening. But, again, I'm not looking at targeting anyone else from the Knights. Rabbitohs versus Storm. Rabbitohs win this 28-26. Stefano Otoi Kamanu. He had a monster game. He was tackle busting, line break assist. He was doing everything. He turned into prime Payne Haas. 107 points. Absurd from an FRF of his stats who doesn't play full 80 minutes. Suafar Logo, he just did exactly what he does. Tackle busting, line breaking from positions where you just don't think anything is going to happen, and scoring a try in this one. He's been absolutely phenomenal. For those of you that held like myself, congratulations. That's a massive held. For those of you that captained him, massive play. Well done. Oren Keeley, he's been great for people that went there as a bit of a cash down and cheapy play. He's been huge in this one, a 97, I think, with a try from memory. Absolutely huge. Tyron Wishart, 96. Huge again for those that went to a cheapy route. 5/8 position or halfback. I dare say it would be the 5/8 position. Well done on that one as well. Nick Meaney, you're not going to read too much into an 86. He's just an up and down player. I don't give him any props. But yeah, no one else for the Melbourne Storm. Campbell Graham, 103 Supercoach points. Didn't think I'd see that this season, him breaking the 3-digit mark, but congratulations to him. A lot of it went right this game. Jack Wyden even got himself a try in this one for a 66. So very interesting to see. And they actually had a very good game where they clawed back South, where you thought Storm had this in the bag. And Rabbitoh said, no, we're still good. Even though we've got all the injuries in the world, we're still going to show you why we're a great team. Kalong Matangi, 72 points. He's just plugging away to be the front row forward on this back run of the season. Very happy I traded him in at the right time. Dufty, 71 for owners there. That's absolutely nice to see. You're going to appreciate that when Reece Walsh is doing a 66. Alex Johnson, 63, that's okay. Sigwalt, for those that still have him and held him, 62. You'll love to see that as well. Nothing else here to talk about for the Rabbitohs. Close game, very close, and Storm, they're crumbling, and it's looking very tough for them towards the back end of this season. The Raiders versus the Tigers. I said it in the video last week. Sasagi would have been a great captaincy play. For those of you that went anywhere near Sanders, Sasagi captaincy play, congratulations. You went massive. I thought the Raiders were going to come out, and so did everyone else. Absolutely. After the Adam Doy news, you knew this was going to be a whitewash. Ethan Sanders, 154 Supercoach points. This guy is on another level at the moment. He's been absolutely huge. Sasagi, 110. Dane Laurie, 125 with a hat trick. That's absolutely massive. Now the run home is going to get a bit more difficult. They have Panthers next week for memory. The big letdown here is Zach Hosking, 32 points. What's going on there, mate? Really unfortunate, really underwhelming, and something now we have to consider. 130 break even, 657,000. I reckon he is going to be in some people's trade outs this week, in my opinion. Terrell May, 64. I mean, you get away with it. You like it. Top score was Ethan Roberts at 87. So take that as you will. They got absolutely thumped this game. This is why I'm not looking at 12 yet. There's so much bad things going on at the club right now. So many hissy fits, so many, oh, get me out of the club. It's just all over the shop, and it's really not good. And this is why I say, and I'll say it over and over again, these talks should not be happening during the season. There should be an off-season period, and this is where decisions get made. Don't let it affect during the season, but it is what it is. And whoever's versing the Tigers should be looking at some pretty good super coach points on the run home. Matty Nicholson, he could look at a bit of a run. If someone could let me know in the comments what's happening with Noel Martin and Matty Nicholson, who's going to be looking like the front runner? Are any of these guys injured? Because I don't even see Noah Martin here. So what's happened here? I'm not sure. Maybe I missed out on something. Let me know in the comments below. That would be great. Oh, that's the alert. Oh my gosh. I have to leave that in the podcast. That was the text message Oz alert that this is a test. No action is required. That's the emergency test. Are you kidding me? When I decided to record this podcast, that's what happened. That scared the absolute living daylights out of me. Oh my gosh, I'm leaving that in the podcast. Sorry if that's annoying for some of you. Whew, my heart just went boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right. Jeez. Let's go to the Bulldogs versus the Warriors. Bulldogs getting up on this one. Preston, the short ball from Galvin. Beautiful for a try. 100 points to Preston. Absolutely huge. Kiraz 97, and by the way, if you didn't know, Bulldogs won this 18-6 to the Warriors. A very low scoring game, but the Bulldogs defense was back and ready to hold on. Kiraz 97, nothing else to talk about here Supercoach wise for the Bulldogs in my opinion. Matt Burton, he either has a monster game or a really average game. He gets a 37 in this one, really, really low. The only two people I'm really looking at here is Preston and Kiraz. Maybe Kikau on top of that, maybe those three. Everything else I'm just disregarding. I just couldn't do it. Even Crichton started the game off with a line break and a try, and he finishes with 56 while goal kicking. That just tells you what type of Supercoach player he is. Don't look at him. It's really annoying. Mitch Barnett, 73, tops for the Warriors here in a very underwhelming game for them. Wateni Zelezniak, he gets a 65. Tamari Mutton, a very low 37. I reckon there's going to be a chance soon that we see Metcalf coming back, and we could see a bit of a shake-up here. So stay tuned, stay ready for that one. Khan Pereira, 28 also in this one for owners. That hurts as well. Very low score there. All right, let's go to the Cowboys and the Broncos. My boys get up, and again, another two holds I told you about. Helam Lukey, 81 points. Xavier Willison, 89 points. Both of them top score for their respective teams. I'm very happy to see that, and especially holding them. Reece Walsh, he was in things, he was giving it a go, and then in some things he wasn't even chasing a kick. It's really weird to see. I wanted to reverse the trade. The problem was Reece Walsh was in my fullback spot. I don't think I even would have done it because I was just scared he was going to go off for at least a 90. So yeah, I don't think I can corrective trade him, but I really do want Drinkwater considering he was kicking in this one for the goals. Braden Burns, he's been absolutely amazing. 115 break even, $714,000. He could be a little play. I think Asako would be better, but geez, if you have Braden Burns, congratulations. What's his ownership? 1%, 932 selections. Drinky with a 70, so him and Reece Walsh were pretty even, 4 points difference. Drinky now $598,000. So cheap, ready to go. The draw's looking good. Take that as you will. The only ones I'm really... Oh, Tommy Chester. I said it before. Hold Tommy Chester. I didn't do it. Maybe I should have done it. 73 points in this one. He had a nice game as well. So, geez, that hurts. Purdue also 71. I didn't start him. I didn't have him on the field. Wish I did. It would have been a 40-point-ish swing with Tamari Martin. It is what it is, though. He can have some really low scores as well. And I expected Warriors to score a bit more than 6 points against the Bulldogs, let's face it. Not going anywhere with the Broncos. Carrigan could also be a nice little 70-ish, 65-point pickup if you want someone consistent, but I wouldn't be reading into that too much. We may see the Broncos play some free-form footy now that they know that basically their season is done because their for and against is also so shot. So if that's the case, Reece Walsh could just go on a bit of a run here, so we'll have to wait and see, but I mean, we hope a lot for this and it never happens. Let's go to the next game. Cowboys beating the Broncos 18-10 at Cowboys home, Queensland Country Bank Stadium. Dragons versus the Titans. Now, I didn't get to watch this game. I only got to watch a bit of the back end of the Sharks game because Sunday is church day, so I'm there with the fam. Titans versus Dragons, 38-18. Ryan Couchman top scores. The Couchman brothers top score. Toby Couchman with 87. Ryan Couchman with 85. Absolutely massive in this one. But Jaden Campbell, he comes in as the walking star, the Hall of Fame, Hollywood, El Capitano, 140 Supercoach points. For owners there, you were absolutely happy with that one. Keanu Kinney, remember I had him in my trade last week? Well, here you go. I wanted to bring him in for that reason because I thought he could have a pretty good game against the Titans. When I looked at them having 38, I honestly thought Kinney's gone 100 plus here. For him to only be on 95 is very interesting, although it's a great score. Tino Fa'amausola'i, 84 Supercoach points. He could be someone great to have on the run home with the FRF and 2RF duality. Bo Fermor, a nice 90 here. And honestly, you would only look at Campbell, Kinney, and Tino Fa'amausola'i. And now that Campbell he's got a break even of 15, 685,000. If you could go to a Tamari Martin to Jaden Campbell, maybe that's a bit of a play. Valentine Holmes, he got me a 60 in this game. I expected a bit more from the Dragons in this one. They're just so unpredictable. I mean, against the Titans, you thought they'd put on a bit more of a tug of war, a bit more of a show, but no. Just get absolutely obliterated. Nothing else here to talk about. Hamish Stewart for owners as well. He gets an 80, so nice to see there. Going to the last game of the week. Let's leave the best to last, shall we? 48-12 to the Sharks against Seagulls at Four Pines Park, and Nicho Hynes gets a monstrous 185 Supercoach points. First and foremost, for those of you that had the balls to captain him at Four Pines Park, congratulations. You deserve it. A great pick. Ronaldo Mulatalo, 100 Supercoach points. Iro gets updated to 84. Trindle gets an 80 in this one. Absolutely huge from them. It's Seagulls are dropping a bit. As soon as they lost Brooks and Ben Turbo for a bit, they went down a bit. Ruben Garrick at 38 in this one. Hamoli Olakau'atu, for him to get 73 and a demolishing like this, well done. That's absolutely huge. Lehigh Hopewadi, I got rid of him in my trades. He only got a 43 in this one. Expected that. And Kula only a 50. So it really hurts for a lot of you that own some of the Seagulls players. I think Olakau'atu is the only one you can own in this team, Supercoach-wise, in my opinion. And that's it. That is your wrap up, ladies and gentlemen, for the week. I hope you've enjoyed the round 21 wrap up with myself, Wolf, here from the Rage Traders. If you have any questions, have any comments below, let me know. For those, again, that are low on trades, keep it steady. Don't fumble. Don't try and go excessive. Wait to see what happens and go from there. Anyway, guys, take care. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. As always, Wolfie here from the Rage Traders. See you on the next one. Like, subscribe, comment, and a 5-star review for podcast would be greatly appreciated. Peace.